He's in the chat with us. Hi, Lawrence. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, sweet.
Right. So first, Anton, I can see you ready there. So if you want to kick things off with Lawrence, and then we'll move on from there. So if you just take yourself. There we go.
Let's get Lawrence ready.
Can everyone see me all right?
Yeah, perfect.
Dan, am I good to go?
Yeah, whenever you're ready, please.
Okay. Lawrence, of course, this has been a year that you were hoping to end with a world title shot. You've now got a change of opponent, and it probably won't be for a world title. So how difficult has it been preparing for this fight?
Oh, no, it's been good. You know, obviously the change of opponent happened quite late. So, you know, there was no let up in camp. You know, I've been training hard for a long time now. So, you know, I've dealt with this kind of thing as a pro and as an amateur. Of course, you know, it's disappointing potentially not boxing for a world title, but ultimately I still have a fight to win. I'm blessed to still actually have a fight anyway. So training's been good, you know, change of opponent, you know, I think it would be more difficult if, you know, he had a different style, but he's a, you know, orthodox fighter, you know, good fighter, but it's not like he has any sort of stylistic thing that I think, you know, I won't be able to deal with.
And of course, we've seen many other boxers with promising careers slip up this year. How focused are you to make sure you don't end the career of becoming one of them?
Extremely. I think that's it's been a big motivating factor. Obviously, not just in preparation, but now, you know, with the change of opponent, because, you know, I started thinking to myself, yeah, let me book a holiday now, and and I had to kind of snap out of it and say, you know what, like, this is like, in reality, nothing's a foregone conclusion. You know, I've won all my fights, so is the guy that I'm boxing. So, you know, we're both going to be going in expecting to leave winners. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, I feel like the ultimate respect you can pay to your opponents is to train extremely hard and then focus completely on them. So I'm paying him the utmost respect, and that way I should avoid a slip up.
And of course, this time last year, you were speaking about hopefully ending the year as a world champion. That might not be the case, not for anything that you've done, but due to the pandemic. If you to look forward to 2021, how do you expect your 2021 to go?
The most important thing is to win this fight, you know, and then from there, you know, I believe there's the world title shot there. You know, I'm number 1 or 2 in the WBO, so, you know, as long as I'm able to win and keep my ranking, then my next fight would be for the world title. So, you know, I just expect it to be just, you know, more steps in the right direction, which is, you know, progressing.
Cool. Thanks, and good luck on Saturday.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Next to be passed to Von Lewis, please.
Lawrence, hi mate.
Are you all right?
Oh yeah. Who was it who broke it to you, and how did you take it when you were actually told the world title fight was off?
It was my manager, Will, and there's a certain way that he speaks where I knew something was up. It was so weird. He's like, "Oh, Lawrence, you're right. Like, did you sleep well?" And just, and I was just like, "Nah, something. What's going on? I've done my COVID test and I've been good. Like, I haven't seen no girls. What's?" Then, you know, I just said, "Get to it. What's going on here? Because something's up." Then, you know, he just said, you know, unfortunately, Graki's got COVID, and, you know, it all got dropped in bits and bobs. So it's okay, he's got COVID, but you got someone else to fight. Okay, oh no, he's not doesn't want to fight anymore. Okay, so it's just little bits and bobs. So after the first bit of bad news, I kind of just took it and just said, you know what, I'm still fighting on Saturday. Yeah, no problem. And so all the other stuff, it's brilliant to win titles and all this other stuff, but ultimately the most important thing is to be able to get out, have a fight, work on stuff that I've been doing in training, get a bit, if there's anything such as ring rust, I'll find out on Saturday, hopefully clear that off and still get the victory, and then just get the momentum going again.
Obviously, I mean, we talked in the past. You're not you admit yourself, you're not a very experienced boxer as a pro or an amateur. So every fight like this is a big step forward to you, whether it's for a world title or not, because and especially you're so new with Shane as well, and he's very much been changing your style. What's he been doing with you? What are we going to see new?
He's the type of fight he enjoys more. What's the word that I would use? Explosiveness and throwing your shots with intent. Because obviously I naturally punch quite hard, but he doesn't really like when I just tippy tap and just throw lots of punches. He'll prefer me to throw less punches, a lot harder. So that's kind of what we've been working on. So yeah, I've just kind of been focusing on that stuff and just overall confidence, because I'm a very confident person and a confident fighter, but it's a different thing on fight night to stay there, throw the shots that we've been working on, and then it's evade, as opposed to throw a shot and before you've thrown it you're already thinking of the way out. So it'll be interesting to see how that comes together against Big J on the weekend.
A lot of big heavyweights big you up as you've done the rounds with them. You've been around sparring a lot of the big guys. Obviously the two champions in Joshua and Fury you shared a ring with. What does it mean to you when they say, "Watch out for Okoli, he can handle himself"?
Yeah, it's obviously great, for my confidence once again. But ultimately, I feel like it's up to me to kind of do it on, fight night. So obviously this one's not a world title shot, but in the camp, as I'm training, I just kept saying to myself and to the team, since, I was an amateur sparring AJ and Dylan and all these guys and, coaches and that kind of, mate, you're going to go all the way. And, you take it, but I don't know if they say that to everyone. And I was thinking, you know what, we're here, about to go all the way that we spoke about. Unfortunately, it's not the case through COVID, but, I still have an opportunity to keep that momentum going. So it feels good. It's always giving me a little bit of an extra push, do you know what I mean? To say, if I can do it in sparring, I should be able to do it on fight now when it matters. So, yeah, it's good.
Excellent. Thanks, Lawrence. Speak soon.
Cheers.
Thanks, Ron. If you go to Matt from Behind the Gloves next, please.
Hey, Lawrence, it's Matt from Behind the Gloves. What I wanted to ask you was, although you've had that change of opponent, and as I was going to say, that's a bit of a downer for you, you are going to be fighting in front of fans. How pleased are you that we've managed to, get that on, so you've at least got 1,000 fans there to support you?
Yes, it's brilliant. I'm obviously very happy about that. I haven't actually boxed without a crowd, so I won't be able to tell you the difference. So for me, it's good. It'll be good just to have a few people there, just for a little bit of an atmosphere. Obviously, I'm not boxing for the world title, by the sounds of it. So, at least, we're moving in the right direction. So I'm happy.
Yeah. Another thing what I want to mention is, has Anthony Joshua given you any advice, leading you into these big fights now that you are on the cusp of challenging for a world title? What sort of key advice has he given you whilst you're going into these fights?
I think, obviously, I take advice from him. However, I feel like we've got to the stage now where it's like, he knows I'm not the type of person that needs someone to tell, listen, champ, this is your time. You can do it. Like, I'm quite, it's quite straightforward. If I need advice, I'll call him. But it's never about, the fight. It's more so, okay, how'd you get better sleep, or, those other kind of things. In terms of actually the big occasions and stuff like that, to be honest, I've been in big occasions in my own mind. You know, when I boxed Isaac at the O2, that was a world title fight in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? For me, when I box, every fight I have, it's like there's the weight of expectation where, is he going to be a world champion? Is he not? Is he a hype job? Is this and that? So I've always had to deal with it. So I feel like in the build up to it, you know, obviously we chat and stuff, but he hasn't given me any, let's say, advice about handling the occasion, because he knows that that's not the way that I operate.
Brilliant. Cheers, Lawrence, and good luck for Saturday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt. If you go to Nate Williams next, please.
Hi, Lawrence. How you doing, mate? Long time no see.
Definitely, yes. How are you?
Yeah. I just want to take you back actually, because your last 3 fights have ended in stoppages, and that was from the Matty Askin fight, which got a lot of criticism on Twitter. It wasn't very exciting. It wasn't very, dramatic in terms of your improvement on the last few fights. So is it important to you now how you finish a fight?
Yeah, I think, it's always nice, because I prefer nice comments to bad comments, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like knockouts usually get the good comments. And also, it's just a testament to myself getting better, because there's nothing that I hate more than watching my own fights back and not being impressed. Do you get where I'm coming from? Like, forget what anyone can say on Instagram or anything like that, because I just say to myself, I beat them up. So I don't really take criticism from people. However, when I can look at myself and say, that wasn't great, like, you know what I mean? Like, the decisions I'm making in there are creating that, because no matter what, I can blame the other person all day long. Yeah, he was scared of my pack. But ultimately, it's up to me to make the right decisions, take a step back, or, push off, or anything, do you know what I mean? So yes, it is important to me. And hopefully, I'm going to do everything in my power to keep that KO streak going.
And just one more from me. I noticed in lockdown, you were tweeting some rap videos that you've been working on. If you get that world title, is that a record deal on the cards, maybe? How did that come about?
It's a shame world title fights, mate. But it's lockdown was a lot more time at home, free time, so I kind of just went to the studio a few times, and I liked what came out. And I spoke to a few artists who also liked it. I don't know if they only said that because I'm a boxer. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So
you're not going to try for a single, no?
Oh, I am, most certainly. Most certainly, let's go for Christmas #1. You know what I mean? It's a shame I don't have the world title to match it, but yeah, it's all good.
Okay, Lawrence, thanks very much.
Sweet.
Thanks, Nate. If we go to Jonathan Nagyoff from Pro Boxing Fans next, please.
Hey, Lawrence, you all right?
Yeah, how's it going?
Good, thanks. What do you know about your new opponent, Jeżewski, going into this fight? He's obviously unbeaten, a lot younger than Glowacki. Do you think in some ways, I'm sure you're disappointed it's not the world title fight, it's a kind of blessing that you have this extra fight in before the world title to get that extra experience?
Yeah, that is. I feel like, I have to pay, respect or like take heed from fighters, the past and stuff, with stuff like ring rust and all that. So it'd be good to get in there and just go through the feeling of being punched with 10-ounce gloves. Hopefully not too much. Punches on with 10-ounce gloves. Hopefully a lot. And then we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like it's another fight with Shane as my coach. Do you know what I mean? And just the opportunity to sort of get out there, feel what it's like with less of a crowd. So lots of stuff. I'm just seeing the positives, really.
Cheers, Lawrence. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jonathan. If you go to Andy from Boxing Social next, please.
Hi, Lawrence. How you doing?
Oh, good, thanks.
Good stuff. Just talk to me about Jeżewski, Lawrence. What exactly are you expecting from him stylistically come Saturday night?
I expect him to he's a really good boxer and a good counter puncher and just a really good pure boxer. Do you know what I mean? So watching what I've been able to watch with him and Shane also, it's, I can't be sloppy or overreach and stuff like that because he's a good counter puncher. He's a big guy, so he'll obviously be able to punch a bit as well. So I just have to be switched on and then and get my work off.
You mentioned obviously working with Shane. How have you found kind of the experiences whilst you've been together, and what's been the kind of the biggest benefit you've seen and the developments of your own abilities throughout your time together?
I think just explosiveness, like sort of dominating rounds as well. Do you know what I mean? Not just like sort of like fiddling through them, just literally like dominating.
Obviously, with the Glavatsky fight being delayed or pushed back till next year now, mentally, how frustrating was it when that first kind of come about and you did find out that the fight couldn't go ahead?
Oh yeah, that was normal. It was all right. Like I felt obviously, you know, it wasn't just given to me. Glavatsky's got COVID and that's that. It was like, here, this is it. This is it. Sorry, let me just turn off the PlayStation. Yeah, so anyway, I was given it in things. So you still got to fight. Well, we're still trying to get your fights out. You're still boxing the same day. All of that other stuff. So for me, I was calm with it. Is
it easy to motivate yourself still to the level that you was before Glavatsky pulled out for Jeżewski?
Probably a bit more, to be honest, because you know, it's now the Glavatsky fight is like, so I wanted to beat Makabu, the guy that I boxed last. I can't remember how to say it, Makabu, for the European title, just to become European champion. Then I became mandatory or whatever it was. I got called to box for the world title. But now it's like, that is a fight away. So it's like, now I have to win this one to get a world title shot, as opposed to the world title shot just landing. You know what I'm saying? So I felt even more motivated because, you know, winning the world title was amazing, but I was already there. Now it's like, oh my days, that's almost a step back. You have to win this one to now be in the world title fight. So I feel motivated. And also, the guy is Polish as well, and he's what's the word? Motivated. I can tell. I can see from Twitter and this, that, and other. He's motivated because he wants that all Polish fight to happen. You know, for him for the world title. So I have to take that away from him.
Well, Lawrence, that's the last one from me. So best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andy, and thank you very much to Lawrence for your time there. I'm going to bring in your opponent next. So once again, appreciate your time. We'll see you in the bubble later this week.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so next up, we're bringing in Lawrence's opponent on Saturday. Of course, a late
replacement. What? I'm staying. I want to hear it. Nah,
in the background. If you've got a question, just raise the hand emoji or drop me a message. We'll aim to get through as many as we can. Apologies if we haven't been able to get round to everyone. We are on quite a tight schedule today. And here we go.
Okay.
Okay, so I see Jeremy Herridges, if you've got your hands raised there, if you want to jump in first.
Yes. Hi, Nikodem. Thank you for taking the time to talk today. Can you kind of discuss how you got involved in this fight? How was it presented to you, and how did you move on it so quickly?
I tell you something. My English is very simple, but what can I say? I have only 1 week for the preparation for this fight, because 7 days, 2 days ago, I have a call from my promoter, and he told me we have a fight with Okoli if you want. I have 5 seconds for the decision, and I call to my trainer, and we say, okay, let's go. We have a good proposition from the matchroom, from Eddie Hearn. We have at the Saturday a fight with Okoli now, yeah. And the percent, is very hard, but I think 1 for me and 9 for Okoli. That's real life, yeah.
As far as preparation for this fight, obviously taking on such short notice, were you already in the gym? How much time have you been spending in the gym? And do you feel physically ready?
Yeah, I haven't a preparation for this fight because this is a championship fight, 12 rounds, and very tough fighter. I have very respect to the Okoli because he is very good fighter. He's the Olympic guy, and I only can say I'm in training now, and I don't know how. Sorry, because my English is no good. I don't know about the fight, but I know I love boxing. But I don't know. Maybe boxing love me, maybe don't love me. I don't know.
Thank you, Nikodem, and best of luck.
Thanks, Jeremy. If we go to James Bell next from the Boxing Source, please.
All right there, Nikodem. One question. You did have a fight earlier, like about a couple of months ago. That was a 10-round fight. Do you think that was very important to get those rounds in to prepare you for this 12-round fight coming up on Saturday?
I don't know. Really, I don't know because I know I'm a hard fighter and I haven't a fear. Yeah, I haven't a fear. I have fight in Saturday and that's all.
Gotcha. Thank you very much.
Thanks, James. If we pass to Danny Flexham from Seconds Out next, please.
Hi, Nikodem. How are you?
Yeah, thank you. I'm fine. Thank you.
We've seen on your record you had a fight previously with Shaundell Winters. He's someone we know over in the UK. He's fought here as well. Just tell us about that fight and what you have changed in your style since then.
I change everything because every training change my career, change my style. I'm very aggressive and I love aggressive style. This is how I box it now, yeah?
Thank you and good luck.
Thanks, Danny. If we go to Nate Williams again, please.
Hi, Nikodem. You first time in the UK as a fighter. You know, you spent most of your career in Poland and Germany. How was the trip, and what are you looking forward to about being in Wembley Arena in front of fans?
Yes, this is the big situation for me because I'm from the small city Kościerzyna, 25,000 of people. I am the first guy from this city who fight about championship belt, yeah. And this is the big for me, but everything what I do now I do for my son because I have a 4-month son and this is my proud and this is my whole life, yeah.
Could you explain a bit more about your son? Like what do you want your boxing career to teach your son?
I teach my son this time in London. I teach him sorry, because I don't know. I want to teach him no fear. You know,
no fear.
No fear. Yes, yeah. This is the plan for me. Yeah, and I love him, and you know, I do everything for him now.
Well, best of luck on Saturday, Nikodem.
Thanks, Nate. If we pass to Ron Lewis next, please.
Hi, Nikodem. Obviously, there's a big carrot at the end of this for you in that if you win, you could be in a huge fight with a countryman of yours, Krzysztof Glowacki. Have you ever sort of like worked with him, sparred with him, and what would that mean if you actually got into that fight for the world title?
I only listen. Glowacki fight with Okoli is not the same fight Jeżewski with Okoli. Yeah, he have a preparation. He know about the fight. I don't know anything. I have it a preparation. This is not the same, you know.
At the same time, if you do win on Saturday, and obviously you're looking to win,
I don't know. I don't know. Saturday I go to the ring at boxing. This is now. I think only this.
Okay, thanks, Nikodem.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ron. If we go to Jonathan Nagyoff next, please.
Hi, Nikodem. What are you expecting from Lawrence Okoli? How much of Lawrence Okoli have you watched?
I watched only one fight, 2 years ago, I think so. Now I think Okoli is very aggressive and his reach and huge is very big now. But this is only physical, but I think he is very good boxer. He is very technical boxer and strong guy, He have everything, but this is a complete fighter. I think so.
What do you think will be the difference between you two? Why do you think you're going to beat him?
I don't know, man. I think only one. I go Saturday to the ring. For me, for my son. And that's all.
Brilliant. Best of luck, Nikodem. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jonathan. Lastly, if we go to Dona Corby next, please.
Hi, Jonathan. How's it going?
Yeah, hello.
Hey, so I wanted to ask a little bit about the technical stuff here. Is there a rematch clause? If you win this, do you have to face Lawrence Okoli again next?
In contract, we haven't this, but I don't think about this because we have a fight this Saturday. After this, we can talk about this. Now
there isn't a clause in the contract.
I don't understand. Sorry, because my.
Sorry, but are you saying there isn't anything in the contract that says you must face him?
In contract is if I win, I have 3 fights in the matchroom. But about the rematch, I think it's nothing.
Okay, and talk to me about the size of this event. Like we've heard on this before, it's the first one with fans in the UK. It's a massive fight. Anthony Joshua is back in the ring for the first time in a year. Talk to me about the significance of this event for you.
Yeah, this is the biggest event in the UK and in the world. Eddie Hearn now, I think, is the biggest promoter, and Matchroom is the biggest boxing firm now. And for me, this is I don't know what can I say. This is like a dream, like a film. 3 days ago, I don't know about this anything. And now I'm here in London, championship fight. Whoa.
Okay, I think that's it for now. Thank you very much for your time. We'll let you get off and enjoy the rest of the bubble, but thank you for joining us. Get Hughie Fury next, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so Hughie Fury should be joining us now. We're going to start off with David Anderson from the Mirror, as I know he's got a few questions, and then we'll go on from there. Hi Hughie, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, how you doing, pal?
Not too bad, thank you. We're going to start off with David Anderson from the Daily Mirror, and then we'll go on from there.
Yeah.
So David, whenever you're ready.
Hi Hughie, you okay?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Hughie, just look at this fight. Wach, do you see him as a good opponent for you? Bear in mind the experience he's got, the people he's been in, Hughie, as you build towards another world title fight.
Yeah, Wach's a very tough opponent. You can't underestimate Wach. He's a big unit, but like I say to you, paired well, and I'm looking forward to it.
Do you feel as if you get Wach out of the way that you'd be ready to go? You'd be just ready for another world title fight, Hughie, or do you feel you need another fight or two, or how do you feel about that?
No, listen, 100%. People will see after they get Wach out of the way where I belong and what level I'm going to be at, and like I say, I'm ready for the fights. People's going to see a big major difference.
How have you been, really? Because obviously you haven't been out since March, obviously because of the pandemic, really. Has it been a tough time for you, or have you just been like in the gym all the time, sort of taking over?
Yeah, I've just been working on a lot of things, just in the gym constantly, really. But everything's good, feel good, and just can't wait to get back in the ring. It's been a while.
Yeah.
obviously fights been cancelled and stuff. It's not been as good, but I've obviously wanted to get out a lot sooner. But now it's time and time to shine.
Have you been able to sort of manage that sort of frustration, Hughie? You haven't got sort of too worked up about it, be able to sort of know you would eventually get back out again, even though you've had to wait and be patient?
Yeah, 100%. I just put more as just more time in, more better for me, really. Just to work on my game and learn more and improve.
Yeah. Is there anything specifically that you've worked on, Hughie, or anything tactical you can tell us about? Or
I'd say everything. We've worked on everything. So it's like I say, it's going to be a completely different me again. So I'm just looking forward to getting in there and show people what I can do.
Yeah. Hughie, I'd just like to ask you about your thoughts on Pulev as well. You know, you've obviously been in there. You fought him in Sofia that time. I was very lucky you had the cut above the left eye, which had suffered in training, really. But what's your take on him? And do you think, can he beat Joshua? Or how do you see that going then?
Like I say, you can't underestimate Pulev. He's got a good jab. But like you say, when I was in the fight, I felt kind of comfortable in there. But obviously, from the second round, I got the cut over the eye.
Yeah, the eye.
And literally opened back up. So it went over the face. So the referee come in and said basically they're going to stop the fight with it being so bad. And I had to go out like a maniac in the third round and gas myself out. I think Pulev is more vulnerable in the later stages. That's what he's getting on, isn't he? So I wobbled him in, I think, in the 7th or the 8th round. And I think that's when he was more, but I just didn't have the energy or the exposure to get him out there because obviously he gassed myself out from the early on. So, it was with Pulev, he's dangerous behind his jab. I think the more late the fight, I favour Joshua.
Yeah, as you say, it's a hard one to compare your fight. Take too much from it, as you say, because of the cut over the eye meant it wasn't really how the fight didn't go. Certainly how you'd wanted it to go, as you say. You trying to knock him out in the third round.
So, yeah, exactly. Listen, after the third round, then it's just had nothing left in the tank. You emptied it out, thinking the fight's going to get stopped, and then you go in 12 rounds, completely no energy at all, just basically trying to get through.
Yeah, and as you say, you sort of fear that, or you feel that maybe sort of Joshua, with him being 39, maybe the later rounds could be sort of Joshua's time really in the fight, Hughie.
Yeah, 100%. Like I say, age catches up with you.
Great. Hughie, good luck on Saturday, and thank you.
Hey, thank you very much, sir. God bless.
Thanks, David. If we go to Danny Flexen from Seconds Out next, please.
Hey, Hughie, how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
Good, mate. Wanted to ask you, first of all, your dad, I interviewed him last week, but he's been saying it for a while now that we're going to see a completely new Hughie Fury on Saturday night. What sort of things should we expect, and how long have you guys been working together on adapting your style?
Like I say, it's not with adapting. It's more like as the more older I'm getting, the more mature I'm getting. It's people don't understand I'm only still 26. I started in this game young, so my body's still filling out. But you just got to tune in on Saturday and find out. But trust me, people's in for a shock.
Another thing I spoke to your dad about was that we saw Daniel Dubois recently losing to Joe Joyce, and a lot of people said, after the fight at least, that it had come too soon for him. You're only 26 years old and you've had a wealth of experience. You've fought some top fighters. You've gone abroad to fight. Do you think that stands you in good stead now? Although you've taken some defeats, you've got that huge amount of experience no one else your age has.
Yeah, 100%. Like you say, I've been in with everyone. I've never ducked an opponent. But yeah, all them fights there, they put you in good learning fights and it puts you to where I am today. So without them fights, won't be where I am today, no.
Brilliant. Thanks, Hughie, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, Danny. If we go to Matt from Behind the Gloves next, please.
Hi, Hughie. All right.
I do well.
You've mentioned previously that you believe you belong at world level, and you say you're going to do a job on Mariusz Wach. Does that mean that you're going to be looking to force the stoppage in this fight, or is it just a case of a win's a win, no matter how it comes?
Like I say, you're going to have to wait and find out, but trust me, the world's going to be shocked, and it will show you that I am at world level come Saturday.
You've been in with the likes of Pulev and Povetkin before at a very young age. What have you taken away from them experiences, even though obviously they were in defeat? What have you taken away from that will ensure that obviously you're improved for when you come again?
I say you take everything. You look back at them fights and you take all the little things out. But since then and now, I've obviously more matured. as a man in every aspect. So people's going to see it different body shape wise and everything from back then. So like I say, I just can't wait now just to get back in the ring and just show the people what I can do.
And finally, Mariusz Wach's a durable opponent. Dillian Whyte found that out when he went against him. Providing you get past Wach on Saturday night, who are you looking for next to help you propel you back to challenging for world honours?
Like I say, it's never bothered me with a fight. The main thing is getting back to the top.
All right, cheers and good luck for Saturday, Hughie.
Thank you very much, pal.
Thanks, Matt. If you go to Nate Williams next, please.
Hi, Hughie. Good to see you back on a big card again, which leads me to my question, really. Like you've been on the undercard of these big events for such a long time now. What do you think you have to do to get a main event fight? Do you have to become a bit of a talker, or do you have to show it with boxing skill?
It's more with the fights. Obviously, like I say, I've come short with a few of the fights, and I say now people's going to see a completely different Hughie Fury come the fight night. We've changed a lot of things, and it's just an improvement. As age, my time is now, as people will see.
And just finally from me, is that have you had any kind of conversation with Tyson at all, or are you just leaving this week to yourself?
I say just relax, just focus on the fight.
Thank you, Hughie.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nate. If you go to Jonathan next, please.
Hey, Hughie. John here from Pro Boxing Fans. You all right?
Yeah, I'll do, but thank you.
Good. You've spoken a lot about sort of the improvements you make and what we're going to see. Do you think we saw a bit of a glimpse of that in your last fight in March?
Little bits, but not near enough. But obviously, people, like I say, Mariusz Wach is a very durable opponent, and hopefully we get a good few rounds out.
Yeah, I wanted to know what made you come to the decision of facing Mariusz Wach, and was he the only option?
Yeah, this was the only option at the time. There was other opponents, but they fell through. So yeah, Mariusz Wach was the only option.
What's the sort of feeling in the gym like at the moment with obviously Savannah picking up the world title? It must be a feel-good factor for you heading into this fight.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, me and Savannah's very good friends, and yeah, it's very good that she won the world title over the moon for her. And yeah, she'll be here at the fight as well. So another win for the gym would be good.
Just finally, where does a victory over Mariusz Wach put you? Having you've competed at the world level, you're past British level, where exactly would it put you, do you think?
Like I say, I'm not really thought about that. All I think about is just getting Mariusz Wach out the way and then on to the next. It doesn't bother me who it is. Main thing is climbing back up the ladder and getting to the top.
Cheers. Best of luck.
No problem. Thank you, pal.
Thanks, Jonathan. If you go to Jeremy Heritage next, please.
Hi, Hughie. You talked a little bit about learning from the losses. Looking at all three put together, did you notice any patterns within your performances?
Yeah, listen, there's a lot to me gain to what I've added in my fights, like the switching up, the stuff like this, and come this fight, people see. Obviously, last time I was out, people never got to see enough of it. But Mariusz Wach is a durable opponent, and people's going to see a big major difference from the last fights to this one.
Looking at Tyson and his battle against Deontay Wilder and how he kind of changed his strategy in coming forward as a bruiser, did you find that inspiring? Did that teach you anything?
Like I said to you, Tyson's a very talented fighter. The way he come with Deontay Wilder, it's all about styles make fights. With different fighters, you got to do different things.
Final question for me. Obviously, you come from a family that's very famous, a boxing family. Do you feel any pressure or from the expectations of being a Fury, or have you been in this game long enough to where that's no longer a bother?
It doesn't bother me. At the end of the day, we're fighting men, so we do what we're born to do, is fight.
Sounds good. Thank you, Hughie, and best of luck.
No problem. Thank you very much, pal.
Thanks, Jeremy. If you go to Andy from Boxing Social next, please.
Hi, Hughie. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Just for one from me. Obviously, we know Marius is a durable opponent, and back in December we saw him go to points with Dillian White. You've spoken about, and your dad's spoken about, kind of he wants to see you put your shots together a bit more and show your power off a bit more. Do you feel like you need to make a statement against Marius just to kind of show people that you have that power to compete at the top level of the heavyweights?
Yeah, 100%. I believe I can't make a statement. And I'm just going to go in there and do what I do, and believe me, I'll make a statement.
Perfect. Thank you, Hughie.
No problem.
Okay, if we go to Donor Corby next, please.
Hey, Hughie, how's it going?
Yeah, not too bad, pal.
You've kind of been asked a similar question to this before, but considering the year that it has been for the Fury family, of course, Tommy recently got that incredible knockout, maybe the knockout of the year. Tyson, of course, with maybe the performance of the year. Do you feel like you've got to make a statement now and sort of and put do you feel the pressure to put your name amongst them and maybe have like a fight of the year candidate or a knockout of the year candidate?
Like I say, there's no pressure here. We're fighting men, so it's in our blood. So I'm just looking forward to the fight.
Do you reckon Tyson's going to show up this weekend or no?
I'm not too sure.
It would be exciting for you though, right, if he got to be there for your fight?
Yeah, no, it would be good.
Talk to me about the size of this event. Obviously, the first time with fans back in an arena during this crazy COVID-19 time. Does it mean a lot to you to be involved in such a monumental event for British boxing and really world boxing?
Yeah, 100%. It's definitely means a lot to be back in the first event with being a crowd. So I say I'm looking forward to it, and it is, especially what's happened coming back in the big show. It's going to be a great show.
How have you found your work throughout lockdown? Has it been a great deal different, or talk to me a bit about that?
Like you say, it's just put the head down training. So pretty much the same thing I do all the time, but just more straight to a training.
Is there going to be anyone traveling to see you, or is that a bit difficult with the different tiers and everything in terms of fans?
Like I say to you, I'm not too sure with all the fans and stuff. I'm just concentrating on the fight, and that's the main thing.
Congratulations, thank you very much, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thanks for everyone's questions. Hughie, we'll let you get off, but we really appreciate your time, and we'll see you in the bubble later this week.
Yeah, that'll do, sir. Take care.
Cheers. Okay, next up we are bringing in Hughie's opponent, Mariusz Wach. If you want to ask a question, again, just drop me a message or raise the hand emoji. Should be joining in the next couple of minutes, so thanks for your patience. should be joining just now. So we'll start off with Ryan from Boxing Social once he's in. Hi Mariusz, thank you for joining us. We'll start off with Ryan from Boxing Social, please.
Hello Mariusz, thank you very much for your time. How are you?
Oh, very good, very good.
That's good to hear. Now, you fought all over the place as a professional. You've fought all around the world. This is your first time as a pro fighting in the UK. How have you found it so far? How's the UK been?
Żebym powiedział, wiesz, bo się bardzo dobrze czuję, jestem świetnie przygotowany i się nie mogę doczekać.
Mariusz said that he feel very good and he waiting for the fight.
Now, we've just had Hughie Fury in here. Obviously, you're going to be fighting him this weekend. How much have you watched of Hughie and what do you expect from him this weekend as well?
Again, please.
How much have you watched of Hughie Fury and what do you expect him to bring this weekend?
Go mamy rozszyfrowanego, że analizowaliśmy jego walki, wiemy jakie są jego mocne i słabe strony.
We look at the Fury boxing. We know what he doing in the ring. We know his good side and bad side, and so we know how boxing with him.
We've seen you in with a who's who of heavyweights, all the big names at heavyweight. You've been a professional for 15 years. What remains the goal for you, Mariusz, at 40 years old? What more do you want to get out of boxing?
Co chciałbyś zrobić w boksie? Na tyle lat w boksie zawodowym.
Wiadomo, mnóstwo fajnych walk na wysokim poziomie, ale brakuje tego pasa. Wiadomo, że już 41 lat na karku, ale jeszcze mam siłę, chęci i chce mi się boksować i chcę pokazać i chcę walczyć o ten najważniejszy pas.
It was a lot of good fight in these years of boxing boxing career, but I'm still don't have a belt, a champion belt. It's my main target now. I really want it. I really want a championship belt.
And Mariusz, we last saw you in the ring back in June against Kevin Johnson. We saw you go some rounds with Kevin Johnson during a pandemic, during a time where not many fighters have been able to get a fight. How beneficial was it for you to go 10 rounds with somebody as durable as Kevin Johnson?
Czyli co dostaje się za przez te 10 rund z Kevinem Johnsonem i ostatni raz cię widzieli wtedy?
Na pewno podczas tej pandemii to naprawdę pierwsza walka w Europie była w czasie pandemii i to było takie troszkę inaczej, trzeba było przygotowywania robić, tak? Nie było sparring partnerów z zagranicy.
It was the first fight during pandemic. It's really different. Different sparring, different training.
I trzeba się nastawić na samą walkę, że to bez publiczności.
It was different fight without the public, so it was very different.
Że to będzie już, że umiem się odnaleźć w takiej sytuacji, bo już to przechodziłem.
Now it's nothing new for me.
Mariusz, thank you for your time and best of luck Saturday.
Dziękuję za czas.
Okay, thanks for questions there, Ryan. If you go to Danny Flexen next, please.
Hi, Mariusz. Two from me. The first one, where will a victory over Hughie Fury on Saturday night put you in the world scene?
Muszę zadawać więcej ciosów i mocniejsze ciosy i wygra na pewno.
I must more power punch, more punch, and then I win it.
And if you do win, what happens next? Where are you then? Are you top 5? Are you top 10?
Nie myślę, najważniejsze dla mnie jest 12 grudnia i mój najbliższy przeciwnik. Nie myślę, co będzie dalej, co będzie później. Najważniejszy dla mnie jest teraz dzień 12-12.
I don't think about it now. The most important is 12 December and this fight in 12 December.
And the last one from me, in sparring and in competition, who is the best fighter you've ever been in the ring with?
Kto był najlepszym fighterem, z którym byłeś w ringu, w sparingach albo zawodach?
Było ich naprawdę dużo, tych osób. Sparowałem z mistrzami świata i od każdy z nich prezentował inny styl boksowania.
It was a lot of these guys. Everyone show me another style of boxing.
I od każdego naprawdę mogą się nauczyć coś innego.
Everyone show me another box, and I take from the best of their box.
Brilliant. Thank you, and good luck on Saturday.
Okay, I think that's everything now. Thank you very much to Mariusz for joining us there. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, so next up we've got Martin Bakole joining us at 4 o'clock. So just sit tight for now. We'll get him on board as quickly as we can. Just waiting for Martin Bakole to join us now. He should be on any moment. If you just bear with us. Thanks for your patience, everyone. I've been told by his management team that he's just joining now. He's currently in his room isolating, so you can't have got that far.
Daniel, am I able to get permission to record this, please?
Yep, I'll do that right away for you. If you want to start things off as well, when he gets on here, I'll pass over to you.
No worries, chap. Thanks.
No worries. Hi guys, just a quick update. So still no sign of Bakole. I've asked his management team if he doesn't come on in the next couple of minutes or so, if we can get him back on at 5:15. So apologies there. We're just in talks with his management team who said he is coming on, but obviously there's no sign of him yet. And we've got Kuzmin on at 5:15. So if we don't get him on in the next couple of minutes or so, we'll try and rearrange for an hour at 5:15.
Dan?
Hi, Gareth.
Hi there. Sorry I've missed the first hour. I've been recording for William Hill, unfortunately. And who have I missed?
No problem. So far we have had Lawrence Okolie.
Yeah. How was he?
Very good, on good form, still positive. We've had Okolie's opponent, Hughie Fury, and Mariusz Wach. So Okolie was due to begin at 4 o'clock. He obviously hasn't joined yet. So we've got Sergey Kuzmin on next at 4:15.
So you've had Nikodem Jeżewski as well, yeah?
Correct.
And how was he?
He was good, yeah. Very good spirits. I think.
And so are both Okoli and Nikodem believing that potentially Eddie is trying to make that a world title fight for the vacant crown?
Yeah, that's correct. As far as I'm aware, he's still trying to make it, but I would have thought he'll struggle to make that for the world title because the opponent was outside of the top 15, I believe, in the latest ranking.
Okay.
So if it's not for the world title, I'd anticipate it being for some kind of ranking title instead.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thanks for the update. Brilliant.
No problem, mate.
Thank you.
Hi everyone. So we are due to currently have Sergey Kuzmin on, obviously Bakole's opponent. Once again, we're chasing up, so apologies there. If neither of these ones come off, next up we've got Kieran Conway on at 4:30. So I'll keep you all updated. Okay, Martin Bakole is joining us now. So Nate, I can see you there, mate, if you want to kick things off.
Martin, is it, mate?
Yeah, so Martin's going to be joining us now. Sergey, we can't get through to him.
All right. Yeah, no worries. I'll kick things off.
Cool. Hi, Martin. Thank you very much for joining us.
Hi.
So we'll start off with Nate Williams, please.
Hi, Martin. I remember seeing you sparring Joshua in Sheffield. So my question to you is, you're progressing really well right now. So how long are you prepared to wait for that big shot if you get it one day?
You're talking about this fight or me fighting Joshua?
No. Just like, how has that helped your progression? Sorry.
Okay. No, that helped me a lot because it was so hard for me to find a sparring partner to help me in this. And I was so happy when AJ called me to go down and help me. So that's helped me a lot in this fight again.
Yeah, because if you look at somebody like Vladimir Klitschko, he brought a lot of fighters into his camp, and then he eventually ended up fighting them. So with you being in Joshua's camp, how long would you be prepared to wait for a big chance? Because there is a queue for Joshua and Fury and the like. So how long are you prepared to wait?
Yeah, like boxing is my job. It's not how long. I always been in the gym every day. Like you say, nobody knows that one day Joshua is going to face Klitschko. But you know, we are in boxing. This is professional. Like a big fight like this, so you need a quality sparring, you need a proper good sparring. So that's why you see we're facing each other. And right now I'm number 20. Soon I win this fight. I'm number 20. Maybe tomorrow I'm challenger. So sparring is not fight. Like you can see Joshua Klitschko, you know, Joshua surprised everyone after get knocked out in round 9 if I'm having good memory. And we see round 11 how he stopped, so he shocked the whole. So anything can happen, but sparring is sparring. You have big gloves, you have a head cast, and you know, fight. You have 10 gloves in your hand, and your empty head is keep moving and avoiding to get punched. So anything can happen, but we're looking forward for that. See, one day if AJ is still there, still champ, and I'm a challenger, so I can't say no because of sparring. Our fighting business is business, and friendship is friendship.
just finally from me, Martin, have you spoken to your brother at all?
Oh, yeah, he's my good friend. We always talk every day.
The reason I ask this is because I don't know if you've known about the WBC introducing a new weight category called Bridger weight between cruiserweight and heavyweight. Have you guys spoken about this?
But we never spoke about that because I never had that. I just everyone is surprised, like you, like me. So everyone is surprised to hear that. But I never discussed with anybody for that.
Thank you, Martin. Good luck for Saturday.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nate. If we go to Ronnie Charters next, please.
Hi, Martin. Hope you're well. Can I ask, are you able to maybe turn your phone horizontally so we can get a more landscape picture just for the TV tonight?
This way?
That's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you very much. And apologies if I missed the beginning of the previous answers, but can I just get your thoughts on this fight and whether you think this is the chance to show the world what Martin Bakole can do?
Yeah, this is a weak fight. It's no more talking a lot. So focus on going this business, This is a big opportunity. I always, thank much room for this big opportunity. So it's not giving to anybody. And I'm looking forward to it, man. And I hope everyone will be so happy to see that fight, to watch me in the ring.
You will have many people in Scotland supporting you as well, where obviously you've been for the last couple of years. Is it a case that you also want to do it for the people of Scotland as well?
Of course, I won't let Scotland down. So that's my second home. I've been there for 3 years and a half now, so I'm feeling like I'm home. Everyone, on the street, on social media, even when I'm going to watch Rangers in a stadium, so people support me. I won't let them down. It's a big family there.
How do you feel that you as a fighter has evolved since your time in Scotland?
I can't get you. I didn't get your question. Nice. Can you please say again, please?
Sorry. Just how do you feel you've evolved as a fighter since your time in Scotland?
No. I'm an international. I'm a professional. So I always be comfortable where I know I'm new guys. Before I was feeling like new guys like you. Even you going to Africa today, you feel the same like you here in the UK. But as a man, as a soldier, so 1-2 weeks, I get used to it, and now I'm feeling like I'm home.
What do you make of your opponents, and how tough a fight will it be come the weekend?
Yeah, that's a good fight. To be the best, you need to fight the best. He's a good, tough guy. But I know with my boxing skill, I'll surprise everyone. Even himself, he will be surprised in the ring. Because boxing is not only tough, not only big, but you can use your brain. If your brain is working, so everything is perfect. And on Saturday, I'm going to use my brain. Going to use everything. So to win that belt, to get in a top 10 in the world.
And just finally from me, Marto, what would it mean to you to claim that belt at the weekend?
It will mean a lot, especially for my boy. I have a newborn, so I need to win this for him. For my family, my young family, so it means a lot. This is a big opportunity, so even my career, my family, everything is online on Saturday for me.
Very good luck. Appreciate your time, Martin. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ronnie. If we pass to Ryan Elliott from Boxing Social next, please.
Hello, Martin, my friend. How are you?
Hey, big man. Long time.
Yeah, how are you? You okay?
I am okay, and you?
I'm very good, mate. Thank you very much for asking. Now, you just touched on it there. Me and you haven't spoken since the arrival of Bakole Jr. So first and foremost, congratulations, Martin.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
How has the arrival of Bakole Jr. affected your mindset in training? Has it given you that extra hunger?
Of course, and in this camp I was having a little bit muscle inside here, and I was a little bit struggling with that. It took me a couple of weeks, but anytime I was going home, my wife called me in video and see that boy, playing, and it gives me more strength and can't stop working. So that is a big big reason why I'll beat this guy Saturday.
You've got your big chance on Saturday, Martin. A huge bill, an AJ undercard. It's been a long time coming. How does it feel that it's almost here? It's been a long journey.
Yeah, like you say, but it's nobody's fault. It's not Eddie, even me, but it's a COVID. Everyone, I have more people complaining, crying, all the business is down. But, like as a boxer, you can't stay 1 year without fighting, But I'm an addict. I know I'm an addict, so I'm looking forward to on Saturday. I'm waiting for my COVID test tomorrow. So soon I have my COVID test and focus on Saturday.
Martin, this is a big couple of weeks for your family. Not only do you have a big fight this weekend, your brother as well, Junior, he's defending his world title next weekend in Congo. All being well this week, are you planning to try and get home if possible?
That is my plan. So after fight, I hope I'll be in Scotland Sunday. I will planning to have a COVID test again on Monday or Tuesday, so to go back home and watch my brother. I want to be there ringside, see how he's defending his WBC. And I have my own WBC, seeing my brother defending his WBC. Imagine that.
Is it a dream of yours, maybe in the coming future, for you guys to share a bill in Congo together, have this big show with both of you?
That is my dream. Not only in the Congo, everywhere. Like today, if he was going to fight the same night, so that was going to be a great. But I hope, after winning this belt, the WBC, and he's defending his WBC, I'll ask Eddie if he can make anything happen, so we fight both same night. He's defending his WBC, I'm defending my WBC as well.
And just a couple more from me, Martin. You've been in camp with AJ. You've previously said that Anthony Joshua is like a brother to you. If you could you just summarize for all of us the influence AJ has had on you and that relationship you guys have away from boxing as well?
Of course, Eddie is a good guy. If I met him today, if he's my friend today, it's because of boxing, because he saw what is in me. So he saw that I'm good, I'm helping him good. Besides that, we become friends, but not really friends like, he has his team. We never grow. We know each other for boxing. So that's handed from boxing. So, but I always give him respect because he's a good guy. Someone who's giving respect, give him respect back. And he's a lovely guy. So why not be a friend?
And the final one from me, Martin, you've sparred pretty much everyone in Britain. You've always been willing to go anywhere and train with anyone. We saw Joe Joyce beat Daniel Dubois just over a week ago now. You were in camp with Joe Joyce prior to that fight. Yeah. Were you surprised at all with what we saw from Joe Joyce, that brilliant performance?
Yeah, my sparring helped him because I tell him to keep that jab. And I never picked Joe Joyce, but I wish the best must win. But I know Joe Joyce has got more experience, and he was working on his jab. But the only thing I have movement. That's the only thing that Dubois was not doing that night. And I can see Joe Joyce inspiring, keep doing that jab, want to mix it up. But I'm not saying I'm the best, but I'm a good boxer. I have good movement that everywhere everywhere they don't have it. So, and I can punch, I can get punched, and Joe Joyce has got good chin as well. Anything can happen. Like I always say, sparring is not a fight. Sparring, sometimes you open up and keeping something, but in a fight, we need to give all. So, but I feel sorry for Dubois. But, it's showing that it's not having a more experience. You need to learn. So we learn from mistake. Even me today, I learned a lot from my loss against Michael Hunter. I learned a lot. So I hope he's going back to the gym and come back strong again. And he learned a lot. Because he stopped the fight himself, So I think he's going to learn a lot. And he needs to mix up some stuff in the gym.
All right, Martin. Well, it's lovely to see you. Best of luck, and send my regards to your family. Good luck with the fight.
Thank you so much. So happy to talk to you again.
I'll see you soon.
Cheers.
Thanks, Ryan. And lastly, if we go to Jonathan Nagyoff.
Yeah.
Hi, Martin. John here from Pro Boxing Fans. How you doing?
I'm okay, guys. And you?
Very well, thanks. What kind of challenge are you expecting from Sergey Kuzmin on Saturday night?
I'm not expecting anything. I'm ready. I know he's a coming forward fighter, and I'm coming forward as well. So I can't reveal my secret here. Just wait to see it Saturday. 4 days more.
You've obviously been unbeaten since your only defeat to Michael Hunter. What do you put that down to? Is that just experience? Is that working with Billy Nelson?
Yeah, no, I learned a lot from that loss. So me and Kuzma, we lost from one guy, so Saturday is going to be a good fight. I hope Michael Hunter will sit down and see who's going to win. I know he's going to win, and the next one is going to be him. Like I already asked him very much, say yes. So I learned a lot from that loss, like you said. And, we're learning from making mistakes.
So as far as you're concerned, if you beat Kuzmin on Saturday night, you'll fight Michael Hunter next. Is that agreed? Is that something you want?
Yeah, not if. I'm going to beat him. And the next one, Michael Hunter, I always call him out. So we can fight again. Why not have a rematch? He say everyone is avoiding me. Is avoiding him. So I'm here calling him. Why not have a rematch? Because in the British, people are avoiding me as well. So.
Okay, Martin, thanks for your time. Best of luck.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, I think that's everything for Martin. So thank you very much for joining us, Martin. And we'll see you in the bubble tomorrow, hopefully.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Next up, we have Kieran Conway. He's just coming in now. So if you've got any questions, just raise the hand emoji or drop me a message. Hi, Kieran. Thanks for joining us, mate.
Hello, mate. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we've got you loud and clear, thanks. So we'll start off with James Lupton from Pro Boxing Fans, when you're ready.
Lovely. Can you get a recording, Dan?
Yeah, bear with me, mate. I'll just put that on.
Thanks, mate.
There you go. That should be fine for you.
Perfect. Kieran, how you doing, mate?
Not too bad. Not too bad, mate. How's about yourself?
Yeah, very good. Thank you, mate. Very good. Just a couple of questions from me. McGowan, somebody you said that you've not seen a lot of. How do you prepare for somebody who is a late replacement, so late that you can't bring in sparring partners to emulate his style?
Luckily, I believe that I'm really adaptable. I can adapt quickly, so I have that on my side. Also, over the years, and especially and definitely over camp, you have various different sparring partners anyway. Even if it's in-house sparring and things like that. Over the amateurs, over the pros, you've seen about everything by now. At all types of different levels. So that this all will help. But preparing for him, preparing for him specifically, there's probably only watching YouTube clips and stuff that you can do, and you just prepare as good as you can mentally, more than anything for what's going to come. But you find out what you need to find out probably from the first punch, first combination.
And you said if he overcommits himself, you're likely to stop him. He said he's coming out for a war. If he does come out with a aggressive, come forward style, does that play into your hands?
100%. Everyone knows that someone that comes on to me, that's exactly what I want. I don't want to be chasing. It's just a well-known thing that, especially in house, someone that's coming forward is perfect for me. I don't mind. They can bring as vicious pace as they want. You see now, I dealt fine with Ted Cheeseman on very short notice. I don't mind the pressure, and they're just going to play into my hands at doing that.
What's it like to go through the late replacement situation? Obviously, you've prepared for Sissoko, mentally prepared for Sissoko for so long, and then all of a sudden, a week or two out, it's changed, switched opponents. How does that play on your mindset?
At first, it got to me a bit, of course, you can imagine, because I was looking forward to this fight. The fact that it's AJ manages the lad makes it a little bit more of a spectator interesting fight. So I was really looking forward to it, to be honest. And I was gutted when it got cancelled. But a guy stepped up, and fair play. I really respect that, to be honest. I've been there. I've stepped up, not as late as he did, but he's done it, and I respect that. So fair play to him.
And the last one from me, obviously the stage on Saturday night, it's a very big platform for yourself. Does that bring any added pressure or nerves or excitement? What sort of personality are you, and how does it affect you?
I'm really excited. I think you can't get much bigger than this unless you're AJ. Unless you're AJ yourself, you don't get really much bigger than boxing on the card, live on Sky box office, in front of millions and millions of people watching. So it's one of the most exciting things that I've done, especially in boxing. I'm really looking forward to it. It's not. I don't really feel the nerves too much until we're about to step into the ring. That's when I feel it, and then it just from the first punch, and it turns. You kind of get your normal mindset back.
Fantastic, nice one, Kieran. Best of luck for the weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, James. If you go to Ryan Elliott from Boxing Social next, please.
Hiya, Kieran. How are you?
Not too bad, mate. Thank you very much.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to get you pinned here. Perfect. Look, when the news came through, you said it there. The news came through that your fight had been cancelled. I can't imagine the emotions going through your head. How fast was the replacement sorted, though?
The replacement, I think, only took a day or two. But for that day or two, I was not happy. I was not happy at all. It was such a strange feeling. I just felt gutted. I was really upset. So I was really happy when they was able to find somebody to step in. There was a couple of fighters there that actually did want to step in. So, but fair play to all of them, and really respect the guy that did.
Now, in terms of what Macaulay brings, we did see him out a month ago on an MTK show. I'm sure you had a little watch of that. What do you make of him?
Well, that fight itself, we got to be honest, you can't take too much from it. That guy's he's a very good fighter. Can't take too much from that one specifically, but things I've seen of the Macaulay over YouTube and things like that, he probably will do what he says he's going to do. He's going to come for it, but it's not going to last. It's too long. That mentality is not going to last long. He's going to walk onto accurate, fast, hard punches. It can't last long.
We saw you get some good rounds in at fight camp. You're back now on an AJ bill in December. Considering everything going on in the world and the amount of fighters that are currently sat still in their careers, how grateful are you to be back again so soon on another big platform?
Yeah, hugely grateful. But like I've said before, I'm one of the lucky ones at the minute. I felt lucky to get on fight camp, but now I'm here. But I guess the hard work and your mentality kind of like pays off, and everything, the world, the universe, it all listens. It sees what you're doing, and it rewards you.
Now, with the platform that comes with this, is it on your mind to try and make a statement, to try and impress Saturday night with all the eyes that are going to be on you going into next year?
It's not on my mind too much, but I will do exactly that. 100%.
And final one from me, all being well Saturday night, you get the victory. What is it you want in 2021? What would be number one priority?
Well, I'm definitely 100% focused on this, not overlooking him one single bit. Just because the late replacement doesn't mean anything. He could have been raring to go. He could have been waiting for this opportunity. So I'm 100% focused. So we'll just have to see what happens after the fight.
All right, appreciate that, Kieran. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ryan. If we pass to Danny Flexham from Seconds Out, please.
Hi, mate. How you doing?
Hello, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, good. All good.
You said how devastated you were initially when the Sissoko fight fell out. If all goes well on Saturday night, can that be resurrected? Is that what you're hearing?
I've not heard anything, to be fair. It'd be nice. It was something I was really up for. I was really confident in. I think I was being a bit overlooked by the bookies, especially. But it is what it is. And if it comes around again, then I'm here.
And do you feel a bit more like the house fighter now? Because obviously previously you were going up against an Anthony Joshua managed fighter on his bill. Now you're the matchroom fighter going up against an MTK guy who's coming in at shorter notice.
Yeah, I guess so. it's not really making much difference to my mentality or anything like that. I'm still here to fight. I'm still here to win. Mentality is still the same. Yeah, I'm just not overlooking it in any way.
We obviously, you came to a lot of people's attention in that fight with Ted Cheeseman. A lot of people thought you won, but aside from that, impressed people with your fast hands and your skills. They maybe weren't aware of you before that. You're now building on that. Are you past kind of chasing a rematch with Ted Cheeseman now, or is that something that will always kind of eat away at you?
It does eat away at me quite a bit. Whether it happens or not, I can't do much more than what I do to try and get that. So I don't know. If it comes to the point where I have to let go of it, then I'll let go and I'll move on. But for the time being, I would like that, and it'd be nice to get it for the British title again.
Brilliant. Good luck on Saturday. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, man.
Okay, if we don't have any more questions for Kieran, I think we'll let you get off there. But really appreciate your time, mate, and we'll see you in the bubble tomorrow.
Thank you very much, mate. Catch you in a bit.
Mate. Catch you in a bit.
Bye.
Okay, so next up we have his opponent, Macaulay McGowan, at quarter-2. We'll just try and get him in. And here he is. So if anyone's got any questions, if you just pop your screen on, raise the hand emoji, and we'll get through as many as we can. Hi, Macaulay. How are you doing?
Oh, you all right?
Yeah, very good, mate. Thank you very much for joining us.
No problem.
We'll just wait for a few questions to come through, and then we'll get going. Okay, mate? So if you just sit tight.
Yeah.
Okay, if we go to Danny Flexen from Seconds Out first.
Hi, mate. How you doing?
Hello, you all right? You okay?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good.
Good. Just tell us when you first got the call about this fight and what went through your mind. Was there any doubt? Did you have to ask any questions, or was it just straight away, yeah, I'll take it?
Yeah, well, it was a funny one, really. A lad called, Kieran Farrell, he got in touch and said they're looking for an opponent, short notice. Are you ready? I was like, I just thought about it and thought, well, I did say I'm going to go down to welterweight, and I just thought, do really need to take a fight? And I thought, yeah, of course I flipping do. I just sat there and I just thought, I started feeling this feeling. I thought I could be fighting next week, and this emotion come over me where I love it. So I just thought, yeah, I love fighting, so that's what I want to do. So I said, yeah, let's go for it. And then at MTK got onto it and sorted it out within a couple of hours, really.
And if all goes your way on Saturday night, you've then got a decision to make once again about whether to stay up at super welter, because you'd be in line for kind of British title contention if you beat Kieran Conway, or dropping down, like you said you were going to previously, to welterweight. Have you thought about where your long-term future lies?
I always say it's going to be welterweight, but I've been trying to get a fight at welterweight this year, and it's just like they've just not come through. And I just want to fight, and I love fighting. So when fights have come available, especially that Kalakmet fight, I was like, yeah, even though it was the weight above, and this one presented itself, and I thought, yeah, because otherwise I won't be fighting if I'm just waiting for the right time, the right date. So I'm just always keeping myself in shape, just a bit over the weight, and then this has come. So I thought, yeah, in terms of going forward, then I probably would like to go down to welterweight, fight that bloody Florian Marku or whatever, fight him. Yeah, little gobby midget.
Well, it's good to see someone calling him out rather than the other way around for a change, I suppose.
Yeah.
You mentioned your last fight there. You got a lot of praise and respect from ex-fighters across social media, everything else, for how gallant you were, how you stayed in there, how durable. When you get those sort of comments, is it kind of a double-edged sword? Because, yeah, it's nice to be respected, but they're respecting you for being able to take a lot of punishment, which ideally you don't want to do.
That's what I mean. someone put to me the other day, they said, "You got a worse beating than Dubai." I was like, I went, what? Like, I don't know if I should take that as a compliment, but yeah, all right. But yeah, I know what you're saying. It's like trying to find a positive where it was just constant negatives, but there's other positives, like the fact that I boxed after 16 months out and stuff. Maybe I didn't have to show I was that tough, and maybe it should have been me being critical of myself. I should have done a lot more things that maybe not so much I would have won because he was just too good for me, but I could have shown a lot of the golfing class wouldn't have looked so big if I did a few things that I should have done. But yeah, in terms of comments, yeah, I know what you're saying. They are good, but at the same time, I don't want to be remembered for just like a tough lad who's like a punch bag. Like that's not why I box.
Great stuff. Well, best of luck, obviously, on Saturday night. Looking forward to the fight.
Right, thank you, Danny. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, Danny. If we go to Andy from Boxing Social next, please.
Hi, Macaulay. How you doing?
Hello, you all right? You okay?
I'm good, mate. Talk to me about kind of your preparations for this, stepping in at such short notice. What makes you so confident that you can obviously effectively come up against the odds and overcome them against Kieran on Saturday night? Because, like I say, it's a short notice fight for yourself.
Well, after my last fight, I was 2 days later. I was back running. I was back training, doing my own thing. I probably, apart from sparring, there's probably not much I would have done differently if I knew this fight was coming anyway. So, but I had a few bumps and cuts on my face from my last fight, so sparring weren't really an option anyway. Just a bit of body sparring, bit of technique. That's it, really. But yeah, my mindset, I'm fit. I'm always ready to go. So that's started lockdown. I was thought, and people want to fight, people want to do these things. So I thought I need to be ready and take these opportunities and go looking for opportunities if not coming my way. So that's what I've done. What's done me over? I watched Hughie Masvidal step in against Usman, and I thought that's one bad mother foe. So I thought that's going to be me from now on. So when this opportunity arose, I just thought, you know what? Let's do it. I'm here. I'm game. I'm ready to go. I don't care. So yeah, I'm not turning up just to make up the number. I'm turning up to have a fight and win, and that's it.
Talk about the fight then, Macaulay, and how exactly are you expecting it to play out with Kieran?
Well, this is my last fight. I had all these expectations of how he was going to go. I thought he was going to become more on the back foot and stuff and all that, but he didn't. He come straight at me and give it me, and then it took me a few rounds to adjust. And by that point, he was just knocking me all over. So, but I expect. I think Kieran likes a bit of a fight. He likes the box, but I think he gets drawn in. So I think we might be a bit cagey at first, but then it's just going to be bombs going to start to fly, and we're just both going to go at it. He seems to be a game kid, so yeah, I think it's going to be a war. I honestly do. I don't see it being any other way, pretty much.
Do you feel a pressure to succeed, knowing obviously we're in the midst of this pandemic, and it's been very difficult to get a fight for most fighters on various shows, but this opportunity for yourself, it's on the Anthony Joshua undercard, Sky pay-per-view. A win for yourself here could do career wonders. Do you feel a pressure to make sure you grasp it with both hands?
Yeah, a bit. Yeah, I do. Like, I'm not going to say I don't feel any pressure. Like, I think people are just lying when they say that. Well, of course, I don't feel a pressure but I do understand it. Like, when I think about it, and I've been in this bloody room all day, I want to think, wow, I can really just change the whole landscape of my career with this win. So then, and it excites me. So it's good to feel that pressure, and it excites me. So yeah, I probably do feel the pressure a bit. Yeah.
Now, obviously, with one of my colleagues just before me, you mentioned Florian Marku, who's obviously on the card as well. Will you be having a word with him whilst you're in the bubble together?
Yeah, of course, mate. Well, I'll say, mate, stop calling out everyone else. Like, after this fight, I'll beat Kieran, and then I'll come down to welterweight, which I originally planned to do anyway after my last fight, and we can fight. Listen, I take pride in being one of the only lads around welterweight that doesn't call out Conor Ben. So I'll call out someone else instead.
So you call out the guy who's calling out Conor Ben?
Yeah, I think Conor Ben's got he's doing well, and he deserves to be where he is. So just leave him to it, leave him to do what he does, and then the scraps down at the bottom where we're all trying to be up there, we'll fight out.
Macaulay, it's been a pleasure to talk to you. That's my final one. Best of luck on Saturday, and I'll hopefully speak to you soon, mate. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I think that's it for now, Macaulay. Really appreciate your time, mate, and we will hopefully see you in the bubble tomorrow, all right?
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Top
Cheers,
man.
mate.
Speak soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so next up we have recent Matchroom signing Florian Marku, who's due to join us at 5 o'clock. So if you just bear with us, we'll bring him in a bit closer to the time. Okay, so Florian should be joining any moment now. Just a reminder, if you've got a question for him, just raise the hand emoji or drop me a message. You can see we've got Matt from behind the gloves with a hand raised there. So Matt, if it's all okay with you, we'll start off with your questions. I'll just introduce him when he comes on. Hi Florian, thank you very much for joining us.
Hello, how are you?
Very well, thank you, very well. So we're going to start off with some questions from Matt, who is from behind the gloves.
Okay.
Hi Florian, how are you?
I'm good, you?
Yeah, very well, thanks. First off, just want to start, how excited are you to be making your Matchroom debut on an Anthony Joshua undercard to finish off this year?
I'm very happy. I have been waiting for this moment. Of course, I think every fighter in UK will be very happy to fight in Joshua's undercard. I think all the eyes of the UK public will be in Saturday night, and I will give my best to steal the show.
Florian, you have an outstanding fan base. You have people all over who watch you. How pleased are you that there's going to be a certain element of fans in there, 1,000 fans to watch you?
Yes, but the problem is I don't think I will have my fans, you know, because when the tickets were announced, I wasn't yet in the card, you know. My fight was announced 2 days after but I'm very happy that we will have some crowd. 1,000 people is enough only for the noise, you know, because this noise, these people make us feel like a gladiator. I'm very happy for that.
How much do you think you've shown the boxing public in terms of your skills? You're known for knocking people out and running straight through people. Do you believe that you've got another 7-8% to show?
I haven't shown nothing. I have shown my 20%, you know. When the big fights come, then I will show my level and what I'm capable of. When the things got hard, you know, when the fights go hard, but this is not my problem. Is I want the best fighter, you know. They have pulled out so many fighters. It's difficult for me to find a good opponent with a good record, because they doesn't put their record with me, you know. They are afraid that they lose. I'm not afraid. I have bigger fan base from most of UK fans, you know. I have a lot of things to lose, but I don't care. I believe in myself. I say, let's fight. If you win me, a lot of Albanians will know you. All my fans will know you. You know, I have 11 years. I didn't lose, and there's a problem.
One fighter that you're continuously linked with is Conor Ben. Now, I know you're making your debut, but I just wanted to touch on this. Recently, he said that you don't bring much to the table in terms of where he's at. But what's your response to that? Because obviously you have got your large following and you are currently growing. And now that you're with Matchroom, this fight should be a lot easier to make, yeah?
Mm-hmm, yeah, the only thing that he made mistake. I bring much more than him, and all his fights together. I can sell much more tickets than he have sold in all his fights. What he have only from his father. You all saw his last fight. They are very carefully who they choose to fight him. You know, they are not stupid. They are smart, because they wanted to grow him up. But Conor Ben is not a good level. He gets hit a lot in the head, and he will be exposed very soon. Me with him, this fight will happen very soon, because when the UK fans realize I'm coming, hopefully I will win my next fight. The UK fans, they will love this fight, and they will push the things. If Conor doesn't want it, and also then I don't care, because my target, I don't see Conor like my biggest. No, Conor is one number in my record, nothing else. I don't rate him like a fighter or something. When I beat him, that I will be wow. No, I don't care about him.
And finally, you fight on Saturday. How does this fight end? Do you end it inside the distance again?
No, I hope. I think inside of 3 rounds. Respect to everyone that step in the ring. I don't want to be like egoist or something, but this guy is not on my level, and I will show them all in Saturday. You know, my desire to win and to achieve what I have been dreaming from a small kid is very, very big, and these guys cannot handle that when I'm in the ring with them.
Well, thanks for your time, Florian, and good luck for Saturday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt. If we go to Andy from Boxing Social next, please.
Hi, Florian. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Talk to me about Alex, Florian. What exactly do you know about him? What have you studied about him, and what are you expecting from him?
I think I saw some videos of him. He's a southpaw. She have a nice jab, moving nice, but I don't think I will break him down, body or the head very soon. Hopefully inside of 2 rounds, and then we have bigger fight in January. But we will announce it. We will announce it after.
We've gotten used to seeing you produce very destructive displays and bringing a lot of excitement to everybody who tunes in to watch you. Now are you hitting that point where do you want people to test you a bit more? Do you want a few more rounds instead of maybe just winning inside the first few rounds?
You know what I want? I want a good fighters, a top fighters that the UK fans rate them, but with a good record. I don't want shit record that they with a good fighters, because nobody will give me credit when I beat them. I want top fighters. Give me whoever you want, whoever they want, but she have a good record. She is really rated in the UK, and his style is tough. Give me these guys, but don't give me guys that they have like 10 losses. I will beat them. We say by knockout. Nobody will care. They say and 10 other guys beat them. That's why I want the best fight, but respect that I want good guys with a good record. And I don't care. Chris Congo, Josh Kelly, Conor Benn, Ryler Charlton, whoever is in front of me, you will see my level, because this is the fight that public and me I want. It's not my fault that these guys that they bring me is bad level. They doesn't accept. These big guys, they doesn't accept.
You mentioned Ryland Charlton. There was a lot of kind of back and forth between your team and his team, and some interviews going out about that fight. Where exactly did things land with that? Where did the negotiations get to?
My management team, CM Boxing, Sam Jones, are talking with them. They are negotiating. I think they want me to lose like 3 pounds to fight them. No problem. If they want me to lose this pound, I will lose it for them, and I will go to fight them wherever they want. Ryland Charlton, for me, he's another good fighter. He is a small midget, a bodybuilder. You understand? And when I will be in the ring with him, I will show to the public that he have talked a lot. I see him. I don't understand why they talk, because when they are in the ring with me, they change their minds.
Somebody you will meet this week, Macaulay McGowan, he's boxing on this card. He boxes at super welterweight, but said he wants to drop to welterweight. We spoke to him just before you. Macaulay McGowan, he's fighting Kieran Conway on Saturday night on the Anthony Joshua undercard. So you'll see him this week. He said that after his fight, he would like to drop to welterweight, and he mentioned he'd like to fight you. He called you a small midget, and he didn't agree with you calling out everybody other than people like himself. Taking that into consideration, I know you may not know much about him, but when you see him, will you be interested in maybe having a fight with somebody like him?
I don't have idea who this guy is, but I don't care. I fight everyone. When Sam, my team, arrange it, and this guy is good for me, for my career, and he have a good record, of course, we fight them. Florian, I don't have idea who this guy is.
He's fighting on the card, so I'm sure you'll bump into him this week.
I will see him.
That's my last one from me, so best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Andy. If you go to James Lupton from Pro Boxing Fans, please.
Hi, Florian. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
I'm very good, thank you. Just a couple from me. We know you're a confident fighter, you're confident in your own ability, but with the back of Matchroom and Eddie Hearn now, does that fill you with more confidence going forward in your career?
Yes, I'm very happy, because Eddie Hearn for me, I don't want to say many, but Eddie Hearn for me, when I was a kid, it was like to fight in these shows that Eddie Hearn, it was a dream, because this is where the good fighters, the big fighters fight. When you want to be famous and to win world titles, this is the only way, the only road, and I'm happy that I will take part on this organization. And trust me, they will not forget me, and I will put my show, I will put my name out there, and they will not forget me.
You mentioned a moment ago about your opponent, Alex Fearon. You feel he's not on your level. Obviously, you're still very early on in your career. How much learning do you learn in these fights, or do you feel you're ready for the next level already?
I think I learned more from my sparrings than my fights, because these fights, all my guys, listen, all my guys that I have fight, my last 5 fights, they have positive records. One guy had 13-1. I don't fight journeymen, you know, like the other guys that they does. But I make this guy look bad when I fight them. That's why the people say, but if you put these guys with other guys, they will see that they are not so bad. But I'm another level. I believe in myself that I'm different level, and I will show them when the big fights come and the good guys come that I'm different, because I can talk how much I want. When the time comes, I will do what I say. True.
You mentioned when the big fights come, you've already said Conor Benn, Josh Kelly, Congo. Realistically, when can those fights happen? And have you discussed with your management team when they will happen?
Hopefully next year, if the things goes how we have planned it, I think next year we will have big fights.
And finally from me, obviously you mentioned already yourself there, it's a big show, Anthony Joshua. It's something that a lot of boxers dream of over here in Britain, to be appearing on the undercard. How pleased are you, first of all, to be on the show? And can I get a prediction for Joshua Pulev from you?
I think, first of all, Joshua will stop Pulev. I like Joshua. I like his comeback. I like his confidence. And I think he will not have problem. He will take his distance with Pulev, with his jab. I think he will stop him inside of 6, 7 rounds. I'm very happy to fight in this show. To tell you the truth, back home in Greece, in Albania, they have got mad, the news and the things, because it's very important to fight in one of these shows, you know. For me, it's very important. I'm very happy and proud, and I will give my best. I'm excited.
Fantastic. Florian, thank you, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, James. If we go to Dona Corby next, please.
Hey, Florian, how's it going?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
Oh, not too bad. I wanted to ask a little bit about your career before boxing. You were in MMA, you were in mixed martial arts. Are you completely done with that, or do you think you'll ever step into the cage again?
You never know. When I finish my career with boxing, I hope I can go back in MMA, but I had some injuries, and that's why I stopped MMA. I had an operation in my both hands, and I couldn't grab anymore. But I never lost in the cage. I had 7 wins, 7 stoppages inside of 1 or 2 rounds. And before that, I was a kickboxer.
I've heard Conor Benn say that he wouldn't mind, you know, lacing up the 4-ounce gloves. And I know that you are you are calling him out. Maybe you get that done with the smaller gloves on.
No way. he don't fight me with 8 ounces, not with 4. No way.
So talk to me a bit about, so you mentioned you had an injury and that's why you made the move to boxing. Talk to me a bit about why that was and what got you into MMA in the first place.
In MMA I get, because the kickboxing I had many fights. I win 4 world titles in kickboxing. I was really popular in Europe, but kickboxing didn't have a lot of fans anymore. The public didn't like it anymore, and the UFC was growing and became famous. And I let kickboxing and I start the MMA. Like this, I go in there.
I heard that you have something of a friendship with Conor McGregor. Is that true that you watched the Tyson Fury fight with him?
Yes, I was one, because the guys of Conor McGregor who are with him, that protect him and his security, they are friends of mine. They are Albanians, and they stay with him. They are good friends, and they are all day together. And they invite me, I think before 8 months or something, when I had my operation. We stayed there like 3 days. Yes, we saw together all night. We was together and we watched the Fury with Wilder, because Proper 12, the Conor McGregor whiskey was sponsor this fight.
There are some stories. I'm based in Dublin myself, so there are stories that circulate around Dublin. A night out with Conor McGregor is certainly legendary, isn't that correct?
What, sorry?
A night out with Conor McGregor, a night watching fights and drinking with Conor is certainly something to be remembered, right?
Yeah. Exactly. It's a big memory, yeah.
And are those guys MMA fighters, those security guys you're friends with?
No, they are street MMA fighters. Yeah, I don't know, but no, they doesn't do MMA, but they are good guys.
I want to ask, what's your opinion on this Floyd Mayweather fight that got announced recently? He's fighting the YouTube guy Logan Paul. Have you heard about this, and what do you make of it?
I heard. I think now is everything about social media. If you are strong in social media, you can do everything. You know, this is now the life that we are living. The time is different. You know, the world is changed, and I think will be more pay-per-view than every other fight till now, because the people love to see this kind of fights. And Mayweather, he's not stupid. He's very smart. I think the public win. It doesn't make bad for the boxing. The boxing win because many people will start watching more and more and more. But I don't know about kilos. How much kilo is Logan? I think it's much more than Mayweather. Is right?
Yeah, 50 pounds. So about in terms of stone here, that'd be about 3 stone heavier.
Yeah,
4 stone
yes,
heavier.
exactly. That's why I cannot understand how this fight will happen, but they will make good money.
You mentioned Conor a little bit. Do you reckon you'll ever get to get in the ring and maybe spar with him, at least in boxing or something? Do you think that that's something that's possible?
With Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
Yes, it was supposed to go with him in a training camp before COVID started. You know, I was supposed to go there to stay for 1 month with my friends, only for a boxing, because also Conor trained for a boxing fight. But
with Pacquiao, isn't that correct?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But didn't happen because this COVID situation that we all know stopped everything.
What was that plan? He was gonna do a boxing match first.
Yes, I think they was talking back then for a boxing match.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Are you gonna be watching the Poirier fight in January?
Yeah, 100%.
Do you think he's gonna win that one?
I think so.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen in that bet? Do you think Conor wins by a more spectacular knockout than he did the first time around?
Difficult. I think difficult. Poirier is a much better fighter right now. I think Conor will struggle a lot. You know, Conor is not the same guy I think that he was before 2-3 years. I hope she win. I hope that he will win for sure, but like with a knockout.
As a fan, as a spectator yourself, which sport do you prefer to watch, boxing or MMA?
I love to watch boxing, but if you were saying if MMA was without wrestling, I'd love to see MMA with small gloves.
All right,
with
thank
no
you.
wrestling, only stand up.
All right, thank you so much for your time, man. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Okay, thank you very much for your time there, Florian. We'll hopefully see you in the bubble tomorrow, okay? But enjoy the rest of isolation.
See you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Okay, so next up we have Kez Ashfaq at 5:30. So if you just want to sit tight, I'll see if we can bring him in slightly earlier. So bear with me one moment.
I don't suppose Danny Flexen's there, is he?
He was, but he's just jumped off, I believe, mate.
I mean, I was going to jump in. I don't know if anyone else is listening, but I tell you what, Kieran Conroy is fucking Danny Flexen's love child. Definitely. You know, I was going to try and get some talk going and get Macaulay to say that he looked like Danny Flexen's love child, but...
I don't know how to take that.
Gareth, I reckon that Kieran Conway looks like Oscar Bevis from IFL.
Yeah, he does. But honestly, when Kieran came on, and I've got the same, I was going to go and sit on my bed because I've got the same like art behind my bed here in the hotel as well. And I was just going to say, look, I've got the same art as you, but there's no way on earth that Danny Flexen is not your father.
Are you doing the Bellator call? Are you doing the Bellator call later, Gareth?
I am going to jump on that at 6:30. Yeah.
Beautiful. See you there.
Oh, it's been fucking non-stop today. I'm nuts. I feel nuts. I'm listening in, making a few notes on those things. But I've got a Zoom call with DAZN in a bit as well, and I've just done a big piece on Kubrat Pulev, which is actually in the Telegraph tomorrow. It's actually good. It's quite interesting. It's about his father. It's actually a really good interview I did a while ago, but I'm glad I've got it. And then, I mean, I don't know if I can reveal this now, but it looks like AJ is not doing much tomorrow, which is disappointing, you know.
Exclusive from Gareth there.
Well, I only know because I'm meant to be doing a William Hill interview with him, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be post press conference on Thursday.
Yeah, but I mean,
Do they-
I don't want
do
to
they-
publicly flag AJ on a group of us on a call, but this is a pay-per-view, and like honestly, the Zoom he did last week, Daniel, and thank you for sending the audio, and the boys sent me the transcription, even though I'd broken an embargo a couple of days earlier, and not deliberately, with whoever it was, and Chris and Wally were doing their usual war dance at me. AJ got masses in the paper today, and he got in the papers, and he got masses in on Sunday. You know,
I saw. Yeah, it was
and he
good.
did one Zoom call. You know.
Yeah, it's just.
And it's
fine.
like for all of us on here now, all the guys who are on here now, and all the nationals. You know, one Zoom call from AJ tomorrow would spawn 1,000 stories online.
Yeah, believe me, we know that. So we are working.
And I don't understand it. I don't. It just, you know, from my perspective in this chair, it just emanates something ominous. That there's nerves, you know.
Oh.
There you go.
Speaking of AJ, we've got one of his young charges joining us next, so he should be joining any moment. Mr. Kez Ashfaq, who of course suffered a first career defeat last time out. Five minutes for Kez is just joining out. Just bear with us. Okay, Kez is joining us now. So if anyone's got any questions, just raise the hand emoji, pop your screen on, and we'll get going. All right, Kez, thanks for joining us, mate.
Hi, mate. Okay.
Yeah, all good. Cheers. We'll get going then. So James Lupton from Pro Boxing Fans. Do you want to start first?
Yeah, absolutely. Kez, how you doing, mate?
Are we okay?
Yeah, very good. Thanks. Just a few from me. Obviously, last time out, you suffered your first pro loss. What have you learned from that since?
There's loads of things that you can learn from a loss. Most importantly, to stay positive. It's not the end of the career. There's a long way still to go. I'm only 27 years old, and I've still got world title ambitions.
How hard is it to stay positive? So, how long after the loss did it take for you to get that positive mindset back?
Maybe a week, but I was helped by my religion, really. I'm a man of faith, a Muslim, and I believe that whatever happens, happens for a reason, and that really made me help me get through it in many ways. And yeah, it's put me in a position that I'm in now. And a lot of people maybe after the first loss wouldn't be able to fight again so early, but I'm like I said, I'm a strong-minded man, and yeah, my faith got me through it massively, and that's what gets me through it and puts me in a position like this.
That feeling and emotion when it was announced that Mark Leach had beaten you, does that give you added motivation to never have that feeling again?
Definitely, without doubt, because no one wants to lose. That's the be all and end all. Not be all and end all, but it's the first mindset of a fighter. You never want to lose. But yeah, it was a tough day in general. Really, there was loads of things in the background that went wrong. But we don't like to make excuses. I genuinely believe whatever happens for a reason, and God's plan is the best of plans, and like that's what I've got to keep trusting.
You mentioned there a fighter's mindset. Obviously, an undefeated fighter, sometimes they can feel indestructible. You've now suffered that loss. You don't have that O to protect as such. Has your mindset changed going into this fight to previous fights?
Slightly. For me, a fighter needs to feel that strong sense of indestructibility in a fight, and having that confidence to go in and think, you know what, I'm the best. No one's going to beat me, and anyone they put in front of me, I've got 2 arms and 2 legs. And that's what put me in a position where I got so far in the amateurs, and I boxed for Great Britain, the Olympics, and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, the mindset's changed slightly, but like I say, for me, it wasn't so much that I was beat by a better guy. It was just an off night, in my opinion. And yeah, for that reason, like I said, mindset's not changed a huge amount. We just go out there, brush ourselves off, and go again, and hopefully in a few fights or a couple of fights, get a rematch and right the wrong. Or if not, if you can't get a rematch, then let my success do the talking.
Obviously, fighting Ashley Lane on Saturday night, an experienced fighter, former champion, so he's been there, done the championship rounds. What are you expecting from him?
So Ash Lane's actually very tough. So not judging him by the start of his career, because the start of his career was very rocky. But his last 8 fights, he's only lost 1. So that shows what sort of not pedigree, but it just shows what sort of mindset he'll be going into this fight, because he won't want to lose. His last 8 fights, like I said, he's lost 1, and that was only for a British title. And before that, he's been Commonwealth champion at my weight as well. So Ashley Lane's not somebody you can take lightly. But at the same time, I want to go out there and kind of not prove to everyone else, but prove to myself that last fight, it was literally just a bad night, an off night, and I'm so much better. And with proving it to myself, I believe I'll prove it to the rest of the world as well.
Does that give you any added pressure by you trying to prove that to yourself?
Pressure makes diamonds, pressure is something as a fighter that you get used to, because there's always different sort of pressures, but pressure is something you learn to handle and learn to control in many ways. And if you can't control that pressure, then you're not going to get nowhere.
Absolutely. Kez, top man. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kez. If we go to Andy Pureworld next, please.
No
Hi,
problem.
Kez, how you doing?
Not bad, how are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Obviously, just talking there about your defeat last time out. Coming back so quickly, how have you kind of managed to get the mindset of I need to get back in there as soon as possible? And how have you felt kind of a change in your own approach throughout this last camp? Have you seen any differences?
So, in terms of a short period of time, I'm one of them people that I want to finish the year on a good note, first of all. It's been a tough year for everyone, but I want to finish the year on a good note. And I don't want to hang around and, think about the loss too much. I want to go out there and prove myself again. And that's what I want to go out and do. And God willing, I'll do that Saturday night.
Coming back and boxing on one of the UK's, if not the UK's biggest fighter, certainly one of them in Anthony Joshua's card on Saturday, that brings in itself a lot of pressure, and it's a huge opportunity for yourself to kind of prove to everybody it was just a blip last time out. Have you have you maybe looked at it and felt maybe you are a little lucky or a tad lucky considering just how many fighters out there struggling to get on cards? And given the fact that you was unsuccessful last time out, to be able to get back onto a show of this magnitude, do you feel lucky at all, or do you feel you deserve it?
I just feel blessed, man. Listen, it's a tough thing, first of all, to come out after 6 weeks for your first loss and come out and fight anyway. On top of that, on AJ card, on a huge, the biggest, if not one of the biggest cards of the year. Yeah, there's added pressure to it, but like I was saying before, pressure makes diamonds. If you can't control that pressure and work around that pressure, then you don't deserve to be in the first place. But yeah, like I say, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be on the show. I'm blessed to have an amazing team in 258 management. Blessed to be on the team in Matchroom, and I'm just generally blessed, and that's all I see it as. And that's like I was saying before, I'm a very religious person anyway, and that's the way how I now feel in terms of this fight. Yeah, last fight, maybe it was a lesson. Maybe down the line, I've learned something in that fight that will keep me in good stead. But like I say, I'm just blessed. Literally simple as that.
Before your last fight, you was looking at the British title fight. You wanted to fight Brad Foster. He was the name you wanted. Ashley Lane, obviously a past opponent of his recently, only about a year or so ago when they fought. Brad stopped him in the 12th. Do you feel like you want to kind of not just prove again to everybody it was a blip, but to make a statement by defeating Ashley Lane in a quicker fashion than what Brad did, just to show that you still belong in and around British level?
I don't really look too much into that personally, because fighters are different, different styles, different fights. But I can tell you one thing: I think I'd still beat Brad Foster now. I'm looking forward to, like I say, prove myself again in many ways and getting back to the top and taking them titles and moving on from there, because I don't believe I'm British level. I believe I will be world level, and it just takes a amount of time before I get there.
Kez, I'll leave that there. Final one from me. So best of luck on Saturday, and I'll speak to you soon, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, Andy. If we don't have any more questions for Kez, we'll let you get off. But thank you very much for joining us, mate, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
Sorry if I look half asleep. I was knocked out when you ran.
No worries, mate. Cheers. Take care.
No, bro. Take care. God bless.
Okay, we've got Ashley Lane joining us next. Okay, so we've got Ashley joining the call now. So Ryan, I can see you there if you want to kick things off. Just waiting for him to connect. Hi Ash, how you doing? Just need you to connect to the audio if that's possible. Okay, so it looks like he's just connecting to the audio now, Ryan. So we'll just let him give one moment. Hi Ash, how you doing?
Hello, mate. Wasn't sure how to use this thing.
That's all right, mate. Don't worry about it. We'll start off with Ryan from Boxing Social whenever you're ready.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi Ash, how you doing? Thanks for joining us.
No worries, man. I'm very good, thank you.
That's good to hear. Now, first and foremost, it's a huge card to be on. I was just wondering if you could tell us a bit about how it felt when you finally had the call and it was confirmed that you were going to be a part of this big night for British boxing.
To be honest, mate, I was pretty shocked. You know, I retired back in September, so I wasn't expecting any calls, really. James Sanago rang me and he told me he asked if I wanted to fight, and to be honest, I was like, yeah, man, I'll have it straight away. Like, you know, man, I didn't, you know, I was kind of moving on to another part of my journey in life, but as soon as this fight come up, like, just to be on the show, I was like, yeah, man, I'll have it. I was buzzing.
Since you had retired, as you mentioned last year, do you feel fresh for that time you spent away from the ring? Do you think that's perhaps why you jumped at a chance like this, that rest you've had, and to come back for this big opportunity?
To be honest, man, I didn't retire last year. I only retired this September.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
it was only 3 months ago. But, you know, I mean, I hadn't boxed since last July or whenever it was. So I have had a bit of a rest. I mean, I've always been training, but I've had a rest from competing. So yeah, I mean, I suppose mentally I've had a bit of a rest, but like my fire and buzz went a little bit for it. So it's been a tough, hard battle for the last God knows how many years. But the last 2 weeks training, I've got that buzz back, I've got that fight back, and I'm really happy to be here doing this.
Now, after you had made that decision to retire, I'm sure your loved ones and those around you were very at peace with that decision. What was their reaction when you told them, I'm going to be fighting on Anthony Joshua's undercard in a few weeks?
My dad was a bit shocked, like, because, you know, I told him I wouldn't be boxing, same with my sister. My missus, though, she, like, I was telling her I was retiring, and she was just like, nah, you're not retiring. You're too good to retire, you know. You shouldn't retire. And she kept telling me, you know, I should carry on boxing. But I said, nah, I won't. And then when I told her that I had this fight in this show, she was just like jumping up and down. She was like, yeah, it's like Christmas come early. So like, I knew you wouldn't stay retired for long, you know. She knew it wouldn't last long. So she was really excited.
Well, you've came back for this big opportunity. Eddie Hearn has described these domestic fights we're seeing on these undercards after lockdown as winner stays on. Have you thought about what you'll actually do if you pull this off and stun Kez Ashfaq on Saturday night? Would you fight on?
I'm not, you know, I'm not sure what the future holds for me, to be honest. All I know is I've got the burst back. I enjoy boxing, you know. I've just renewed my medical, my license and everything again, purely for this fight. So in my mind, like, what's the point in tracking it in straight after? You know, no matter what happens, you know, I think Ashfaq's got a good future in boxing, and I think I've still got a good few years left in me. whether our journeys go, you know, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. I mean, we've both got a future one way or another. You know, I mean, these fights, they're not like do or die. I mean, they can like I mean, I've got experience to say about it. No, they're not like you lose a fight, you know, against, you know, a domestic rival, you should retire. It's not like that, you know. I mean, you just have to take a different navigation. You have to go down a different path, a different route. That's just the way it is.
Now, we saw Kez handed his first loss but to Mark Leach back in October. Did you watch that fight, Ashley?
Not live. I watched it a couple of days after. My manager, Chris Sanigari, messaged me and said about the fight, and then I took a few days and I caught up with it. I don't really keep up with boxing too much when I'm at home. You know, I like to take my head away from it, but it can become a bit too obsessive. But yeah, it was a good fight. You know, I thought Mark Leach boxed very, very well. He was really sharp, good game plan. You could see they sparred together loads of rounds because they knew each other very well. And before the fight, I'd have picked Ashfaq to win. Full credit to Mark Leach. He boxed a great fight.
And just a couple more from me before I let you go here. Look, you fought a who's who of British names over the years. You fought the very best in and around your weight. I was just wondering if you could tell us a bit about who you see as the best fighter you've shared a ring with and why.
I'd probably say Brad Foster. I got to be honest. Either Brad Foster or Yafai. I think Yafai's speed and combination punches, especially at that point in my career when I wasn't really that good, to be honest. He dismantled me a few times in that fight. And although I clawed it back a little bit, he was another level above. And then Brad Foster, you know, I mean, his composure under pressure, he punches hard, you know, I mean, it wasn't one of my best performances, I'll be honest. I was pretty crap that night. But, you know, I was really impressed with how he handled himself in the fight, how he picked his shots, how he used his brain. He was very clever. And he can punch hard, you know. I'd probably say for now, Brad Foster.
And final one, Ashley. I know you said you don't really stay too involved with boxing when you're at home because it becomes a bit too obsessive. So I don't know if you will have seen this, but I just wondered if you caught any of the boxing on the weekend. We saw Chris Bourke in there with your old opponent. Michael Ramabalezza was in there with him. Stunning win for Chris Bourke. Did you see the fight?
Yeah, once again, I watched it the next day. And, you know, when I caught it up on YouTube, it said full fight, and it came up, it was 6 minutes long. I thought, no, I wasn't expecting a knockout in that. Because I didn't think, being honest, I didn't think that Chris Bourke would have the power to get Michael out there. Because Michael's got a good chin on him. You know, he's always had a decent chin. So, and then I thought, but I didn't think Michael would, like, you know, really have the skill set to knock Bourke out. So I just assumed it was like they put full fight, but it was the fight highlights. So I watched the fight, and to see that, you know, Bourke stopped Michael, I was really impressed, to be honest. It was a cracking little left hook they caught him with. Michael just never recovered, you know. Well done to Chris Bourke. That was a great win for him. Good statement to make.
All right, well, Ash, thank you for your time. That's it from me. Best of luck Saturday night. Enjoy it.
Thank you, mate.
Thanks, Ryan. I think that's all of your questions for now, Ash. So really appreciate your time, and we'll see you in the bubble tomorrow, mate.
No problem. Thank you, mate.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so last up, we've got Sergey Kuzmin at 6 o'clock. Unfortunately, he couldn't make his earlier slot at 4:15. So he's just training at the moment. He should be finishing up any minute now. So feel free to sit tight. You can leave and come back. And then that's us done for the day. Okay, so Sergey Kuzmin is coming on now. So anyone who's got a question, please pop your camera on for me and raise the hand emoji. Hi, Max. Hi, Sergey.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
Hi. So first off, we'll start off with James Lupton from Pro Boxing Fans. James, do you want to ask questions?
Yeah, fantastic, Thailand. Hi, Sergey. How are you doing?
Как пожалуйста.
Good. Thank you. Good stuff. Good to hear. First of all, I just want to talk to you a little bit about your experience. You've been in a bubble for a day. You've been training today. How's the experience of being away in a hotel and compared to previous fight weeks?
Как ты вообще оцениваешь ну, нахождение в пузыре? Что это новые какие-то новые, ну, как новое состояние, необычно?
Ну, на самом деле ничего здесь нового нету, потому что предсоревновательный период, он и заключается в том, чтобы изолироваться от внешнего мира и остаться наедине со своими мыслями. И тут все условия созданы, в принципе, потренироваться, где есть покушать, есть отдохнуть тоже, досуг провести также без проблем. Я себя чувствую комфортно.
Well, I feel very comfortable being in a bubble. So there is, even if it's a new experience for me, there is nothing special, you know, for the professional athlete. It may be best conditions that could be before the fight. So there is nothing very specific for me. I feel comfortable with these new conditions.
And obviously this fight with Martin Bakole was meant to happen previously. That was postponed to now. How frustrated was you at the time? And how pleased are you to still get this fight on?
Can you say again? Because, you know, it's a little bit, just speak louder because we're in the gym and, you know, it's...
Of course. How frustrated was you that the fight got postponed initially, but how pleased is Sergey that the fight is back on now with Bakole?
Ну, тебя как бы не смутило, что, ну, бой же изначально был запланирован на август. Да, вот сейчас он перенесся, это никак бы у тебя не влияет?
Да нет, вообще все замечательно, все супер.
То есть как бы настрой тот же самый?
Настрой боевой и только на победу.
Well, you know, there is nothing, any issues regarding that the fight was postponed, you know, from the beginning. I have the same confidence, I have the same you know, minds about the fight. So, you know, this is boxing and this is a, let's say, condition that we have now right in the world. So nothing special.
And of course, it's on a big show. Anthony Joshua, Kubrat Pulev headlining. How pleased to get the exposure and the big platform?
Ну, ты как бы часть большого шоу с участием Энтони Джошуа, то есть это как-то, ну, может, мотивирует, какие-то эмоции вызывает.
Да, безусловно, да. Боксировать. Я уже однажды проводил в 2018 году шоу Джошуа Поветкин на Уэмбли стадионе. Я и очень получил положительные эмоции, как и проведя в ринге бой, так и после его. То есть все на высшем уровне, и сегодня боксировать придется уже на той же арене, да, грубо говоря, на английской, я имею в виду, публике. Вот, и в таком вечере публик Джошуа я очень счастлив проявить себя и показать красивый бокс.
Well, you know, it all the time very responsible to be the part of the event like this. It's actually not my first time, you know, being in undercard of the Joshua fight. You know, I was doing this in 2018. So, you know, it's always some incredible experience, you know, to be a part of the such a big show.
Fantastic. That's all from me. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, James. If we go to Marshall Brown next, please.
Yeah, with all of the COVID restriction that was going on in the world, and did you find it hard to get good sparring and training in preparation for the fight?
У тебя были какие-то сложности для подготовки, для спарринга, ввиду того, что ну, вот сейчас все эти истории с коронавирусом, то есть это вносит какие-то новые сложности в подготовку?
Ну, конечно, безусловно, сейчас в мире, не только в России, но и во всем мире все столкнулись с этой пандемией. Конечно, есть определенные какие-то трудности, люди заболевают, болеют, и самое главное, в нашем тренировочном лагере нужно было соблюсти все меры предосторожности, чтобы не заболеть и чтобы не сорвался бой. Так как я уже год не боксировал, и были определенные на это причины, вот, и не хотелось бы, чтобы снова из-за какого-то коронавируса просто прервался мой поединок.
Of course, it makes some problems for the preparation, but the most difficult is to to stay isolated and not to get this not to get this COVID myself, because I'm not boxing like more than 1 year, and it's most difficult to stay away from this disease, from this virus. This was most difficult. About preparation, I have the same conditions like before. The COVID doesn't influence on that, even for the sparring partners.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Thanks, Michael. If you go to Ryan Elliott from Boxing Social next, please.
Hi guys, thanks for joining us. Just a couple of questions from me. Sergey, I appreciate it's different circumstances this time, but we have had you at Wembley before. You mentioned it. You were there at Wembley Stadium. Did it bring back nice memories coming back and being at Wembley just across the road from the stadium there?
У тебя приятные воспоминания остались после того мероприятия, того боя с Прайсом?
Конечно, у меня остались.
Учитывая, что это через улицу.
Ну да, практически у меня из окна видно Wembley стадион. Вот, поэтому у меня остались прекрасные воспоминания о том поединке, о проведенном времени в Лондоне и дружелюбном приглашении, hospital, то есть все было супер, все понравилось, и, как всегда, Matchroom делает все на высшем уровне.
Well, the Wembley Stadium, I can see it from my room number, and I have a very good memories about this event, this fight, and being, this is an incredible experience for not every boxer can go through that, in his career.
Now, I just wanted to go back to the last time we saw you in the ring there against Michael Hunter, went to 12 rounds with Michael Hunter. I was just wondering if you could tell us a bit how much you learned from that fight.
Можешь ли ты рассказать, что извлек ли ты какой-то урок после боя и поражения Майкла Хантера?
Да, безусловно, каждый боксер встречается в своей профессиональной карьере с какими-то моментами. Кто-то встречается так, что уже потом он не может дальше продолжать свою карьеру. Я встретил на своем пути Майкла Хантера. Я в этом поединке вышел не победителем, на что мне было время задуматься, переосмыслить свою подготовку, свой тренировочный лагерь, ну и вообще жизнь в целом. Поэтому я в обновленном виде возвращаюсь на ринг.
Well, I can't tell you about some changes, some exact changes that I have after the fight, but definitely it helps me to let's say remind some things that about my life, about my preparation, what I do wrong in this fight, maybe, and before the fight. So after that, I go back updated as a fighter.
Now, in terms of Martin Bakole, Martin is someone who has also fought Michael Hunter. He's on the rise now after that defeat here in the UK. How much have you watched of Martin, and what do you make of him as a fighter as well?
Майкл Хантер, Мартин Баколе, он тоже встречался с Майклом Хантером, и хоть он проиграл, но после этого он на подъеме, да, у него победная серия. Вот, что ты как бы видел из его боев, вот, что ты вообще в целом про него думаешь?
Да я о нем ничего не думаю в целом, потому что то, что я отрабатывал в своем тренировочном лагере, своей командой, это все произойдет в ринге. А то, что у него победная серия, ну, это уже сбитые летчики. Тем более там такие имена, когда я только там во втором, в третьем бою встречался с этими людьми, дрался. Так что, ну, хороший боксер Мартин Баколе. Посмотрим, насколько он будет хорош со мной.
Well, you know, I won't be, you know, make some describe any boxing skills of Martin Bakole or something like that. You know, I'll show everything on Saturday. You know, most important that what I prepare for in my training camp. Well, yes, Martin, he has a streak win, you know, after the Michael Hunter, but no one wasn't, you know, too big level as me. So for sure, for myself and for himself, it will be a big testing after Michael Hunter as well.
And final one from me, Sergey. Thank you for your time. Main event, huge fight, Anthony Joshua, Kubrat Pulev on the same bill as yourself, obviously. I was just wondering if you could give us a quick prediction for the fight. How do you see it playing out?
Если ты можешь небольшой, ну, как бы...
Интервью на...
небольшой прогноз на бой Пулев Джошуа.
Могу сказать одно, то, что я работал с одним, с Пулевым, с Джошуа боксировал на любительском ринге. Скажу, что у них манеры немножко ведения поединка, ну, одинаковые, да. То, что Джошуа будет боксировать дома, конечно, на его стороне будет публика. Но и также я скажу, что Кубрат очень хороший боксер с великолепной любительской школой. И, ну, посмотрим. Я даю свой прогноз 60-40, что выиграет Энтони.
Well, because I have an experience with the Kubrat and Joshua, I fought Joshua in the amateurs, and in my opinion, they have a closely same style, in my opinion. But of course, because of, you know, being in UK, it's like 60-40 in favor of Joshua. You know, but anyway, Kubrat can make him a big problems during the fight.
Okay, that's all from me. Thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, thank you very much, Sergey and Max. I think that's everything for now.
Okay.
Really appreciate your time.
Okay, then, no problem.
Thank you, mate. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Да?
Okay, so thanks to everyone for joining today. That concludes Joshua versus Pulev undercard call. Just a reminder, if anyone wants a copy of that call, feel free to drop me an email. We'll send that over as quickly as we can. It's a 3-hour call, so it'll probably take some time to download. But like I say, just drop me a message or an email. Once again, thank you to everyone. We should be getting our fight week schedule out to this evening to give you more of an idea on the activities going on. But once more, thank you, and we'll speak to you soon. Cheers. Bye.
Cheers, then.